Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to the Beth Williams Indie Americana Songwriter Show, episode number 118. I'm singer-songwriter Beth Williams, coming to you, as I always do, from Hill Country Recording Studio here in the mountains of Colorado, USA. Welcome to all my listeners in the U.S. and around the world. So I bring music where the Colorado mountains meet the West Texas wind and beyond. I want you to know I have a special treat for you. About halfway through the show, I'm going to be doing an interview with Bob Rea about his new CD, Southbound. So be sure that you stick around for that. I like to kick the show off with a positive thought, so I put a shout out on Facebook. Anybody have any positive thoughts? And here's what I got from Steve Skinner. He said, "Love is the answer." And here's one from Roald Dahl. "And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it." So hopefully those two sayings will give you something to ponder as we move forward with the show. I was thinking to myself earlier, there's not enough minutes in an hour for me to play all the great songs by all these independent songwriters that I want to. So I'm going to quit talking and go ahead and get started. I'm kicking this week's show off with a beautiful gal, Miss Cass Clayton, from the Front Range of Colorado. She has a brand new CD. It's called Play Nice, Cass Clayton Band, and the tune that I'm going to play is You'll See Me. Following that, Randy Lewis Brown. The name of the CD is Red Crow, and his tune is Trouble With Me. You got to listen. Check out those lyrics. These are just great songs. Following that, a tune from the Dewberries. That's John and Paula from their Crossing Bridges CD. The name of the tune is The Banks of the Tennessee River. But right now, let's give a listen to Miss Cass Clayton with her brand new CD, Play Nice. The tune is You'll See.
If I bow down in the morning and send out a high prayer, get drunk in the evening, does that mean I'm unaware? Or do you think it means I like to live in between? Look within and you see.
That was the Cass Clayton Band, You'll See, and now here's Randy Lewis Brown, Trouble with Me.
So the trouble with me is I think too much. My wheels spin around, they never slow down, no brake or clutch. Trouble with love makes us lie to ourselves. We promise forever, though we know better, it'll end in farewell. Hold on to me, hold me so hard, hold me like nothing, tear us apart. Trouble with breath, you'll never know it's the last conversation you'll have with a friend or your dad till it's in the past. Hold on to me, hold me so hard, so hard, hold me like nothing in this whole world tears apart. The trouble with life is that it goes on. When the whole world is shattered, the ashes are scattered, you're all alone. Hold on to me, hold me so hard, hold me like nothing, 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 tear us apart. And that's the trouble with me.
I sit on the bank of the Tennessee River. The evening is clear, the wind brings a shiver. I'm mesmerized rushing water. The sun's going down, then we see each other. Tonight I'll have dreams that we'll be together on the green-covered banks of the Tennessee River. The morning has come, he's not where I saw him. I search across the wide, I'm feeling crestfallen. Was he just a ghost, a beautiful specter? Will he reappear or haunt me forever? Last night I had dreams that we were together on the green-covered banks of the Tennessee River. The day comes to end, night brings a sorrow. My heart goes without, but longs for tomorrow. I pull my shawl close as the blustery wind blows. As I near my there by the fence post, I'm living my dreams. Now we're together on the green-covered banks of the Tennessee River.
That was the banks of the Tennessee River from the Dewberries. Thanks for joining me. I'm singer-songwriter Beth Williams, bringing you music where the Colorado mountains meet the West Texas wind and beyond. Next up, Texas singer-songwriter, he's not from Texas, but he lives there now, George Carver. The name of the tune is She's Got No Time. It's from his God the Mother CD. Great CD. You ought to get a copy. Following that, I'm going to do a tune from Rand McCullough and Tim Guerin. Here's an email that I got from Rand. It says, I recorded this 30 years ago with Tim Guerin. It's been sitting in a closet for all this time. Tim is no longer with us, but I knew him. I loved his singing and his songwriting, and it's my pleasure to play this tune. It's Diamonds, Gold, and Pearls from Texas singer-songwriter Rand McCullough, co-written with Jen Adams. Following that, one of my favorite gals, Texas singer-songwriter Lisa Beck from her Give Me a Heart CD. I'm going to play Trying to Figure You Out, and then a tune from a fellow named Tony Harrell. I actually heard him on SoundCloud. I love this song, and I love his voice. He's really good. The name of the tune is Lonely Man. But first up, here's my old buddy George Carver with She's Got No Time.
Metaphor, I love you. Let's have lunch sometime. I call you in the AM. I got someone on the other line. There's reruns of Dresden on TV, and the corner don't give me a thrill. Do they hip-hop in Somalia? Someday I suppose they will. All I know is she's got no time. No time to love me at all. Yeah, she's got no time. No time to love me. a message when I'm on the phone. Maybe in a month or two, then I can go back home. They promised me pottery and weekends in the country if I'm good. All I got was flattery and everything else they thought I should. And all I know is she's got no time, no time to love me at all. Yeah, she's got no time, no time to love me. He wanted a movie, she was just a photograph, one shot at the real thing. If you'd have seen him, you'd have had a laugh. Before he could make a mold that she would never ever break. She left him, she left me, she left him for some polyester magazine display. And all I know is she's got no time, no time to love me at all. Yeah, she's got no time, no time to love me.
Promises of dreams coming true, you know they'd only let you down and leave you longing for something brand new. Oh girl, what would you want if you could have anything in the world? Would you take my love from me, or diamonds, gold and pearls? All I've got to give is my love, and baby, if you would just get it back, I know it would surely make up for all the riches we might lack. Just put your heart in a safe place, or someone will steal it away for sure. A thing of value is never too safe, like diamonds, gold, and pearls. Locked away from my sight, you don't have to hide your love from me. Let it shine on me tonight. Don't you see you're a treasure to me? Not diamonds, gold, and pearls. So put your heart in a safe place, or someone will steal it away for sure. A thing of value is never too safe, like diamonds, gold, and pearls. 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 Diamonds, gold, and pearls.
You struck a match just to watch me burn. Like a sock in the wind, you make me twist and turn. Your reassurance only fills me with doubt. Spending all my time just trying to figure you out.
First you say yes and then you tell me no. You want me here but then you want me to go. Make up your mind, are you in, are you out? Spending all my time just trying to figure you out.
All this frustration is weighing me down.
I'm only crazy when you come around.
The whole town knows what you're doing to me. Why don't you put me out of my misery? You blow me kisses and you flip me the bird, but your sweet nothings are the sweetest I've heard. 5 minutes later you'll be cussing me out. Spending all my time just trying to figure you out.
All this frustration is weighing me down.
I'm only crazy when you come around.
The whole town knows what you're doing to me.
Why don't you put me out of my misery? Oh babe, you're crazy and you know that it's true.
Funny part is I'm so crazy over you.
I can't believe I wanna work this thing out.
Spending all my time just trying to figure you out.
I can't believe I wanna work this thing out. Spending all my time just trying to figure you out.
Decide to do this love we share. I know I've let you down before, but I didn't mean to be as indifferent as it may have seemed. Now as you search your heart, you really are, just remember that our love has brought us this far. And if you need to take some time, I'll try and understand and hope that God will give you back through this long.
Folks, I am super excited to have Bob Rea as my special guest on this week's show. Bob Rea is a Nashville-based singer-songwriter. He's deeply rooted in Americana. Rea's extraordinary gift for melody and lyrics take his latest release, Southbound, to thrilling new places. Etched with universal truths and tinges of humor, there's a strength and familiarity in Southbound's tracks that can only come from the kind of craftsmanship that's honed through years of work, not to mention an abiding love of that work. Born in Southwest Colorado, Bob Rea began writing songs as a teenager while also working on the family's farm. Turns as a cattle rancher, bar band musician, and log home builder rarely stirred the same internal passions as songwriting would for Rea, whose natural affinity for colorful language is one of Southbound's most immediate, ear-catching qualities. So I have Bob on the line with me right now. We're doing a Facebook chat. So welcome to the show, Bob.
Well, thanks. I'm glad to be here.
So now, where am I talking to you? You're in Colorado right now. Where are you at?
Durango, Colorado, right in the south, in the Four Corners area.
Okay, and so your bio says that you are a Nashville-based singer-songwriter, so you're back and forth. How much time do you spend in each place?
Sometimes as much as half and half, but usually about maybe about a third in Colorado and 2/3 in Nashville.
Okay, and how long have you been making this trek back and forth between the two places?
15, 18 years. Yeah. For a long time, I didn't have the house at that point. My son lives there, so I would stay with him, or sometimes I would just have a motel room, and I had a publishing deal so I would come down and stay about 2 weeks and try to get 2 writes a day for 2 weeks, and see if I could get my quota.
Did you have to write a certain amount of songs for them each week?
They had to accept 20 songs a year. They have to accept them, so get 20 accepted songs, you have to write 100. I enjoy writing. When I first got to Nashville, I sort of had a handle on country, but as it changed, I didn't really follow, and it became harder to write anything that the publishing companies wanted. There's more reward, I think, in Americana for me. So
yes, absolutely. Well, I love your CD. I really do. Before we go any further, tell everyone where they can find you, because after they hear this song, they're going to want to go and check out your website. What is that?
BobReaMusic.com.
Okay, and your Facebook page is?
Bob Rea, singer-songwriter.
So the name of the CD is Southbound, Bob Rea, and if you look him up, you spell it R-E-A, but you say it R-A-Y, Bob Rea. And so we're going to play Whisper of an Angel. Tell us about this song, and can you tell us what inspired you to write it?
Usually I have an idea when I start lyrically, but I just had the guitar part, the intro guitar part, and I worked on that and worked on the rest of it until I had all the guitar part, try to figure out what the song was about. And it took me almost 2 years to building series of lines and trying different things, and finally I got the chorus, and then the rest of it followed pretty easily. So,
all right, well, here it is right now, Whisper of an Angel, Bob Rea, from his Southbound CD.
Watch that muddy water roll on by. I don't care how long it takes, gonna make it to the other side. distant sound, calling me to free my heart of sorrow and lay those burdens down, lay those burdens down. Days I'm gonna stand up on the mountain, look back down at the valley far below. Every step I climb will remind me of how far I have to go. I hear the whisper of an angel, sweet and distant sound, calling me to free my heart of sorrow and lay those burdens down, lay those burdens. Come on, children, can't you hear me singing to the weak and weary? Keep on walking, the sound only you can hear. I hear the whisper of an angel, a sweet and distant sound, calling me to free my heart of sorrow. Lay those burdens down, won't you lay your burdens down? Come on, won't you lay your burdens down? Everybody, won't you lay your burdens down?
All right, that was Bob Rea, Whisper of an Angel. Did you have anything else you want to tell us about this song? I sort of felt like it was about heaven.
Basically, I think I was thinking about all the people that I've met, and I met a lot of great people writing songs and musicians, singers, all the phases of that, and the how they have to swim upstream so much. But I was just thinking, well, you just have to listen to there's something out there that's drawing you on, and that's the whisper of an angel. You just follow that.
I love that. What a great song. So, it is a very hard business that you're in. You're going back and forth to Nashville. Do you find that difficult? Are you used to it because you've been doing it for so long? What is your goal? I mean, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get someone to cut one of your songs, or?
That's a good question. I've questioned the business quite a bit. I think most songwriters probably make their money off of 2 or 3 songs, and now it's probably even harder to make any actual money off a particular song. Basically the Spotify people just listen to genres. They don't really listen for one song. But the goal is to generate enough income on various, from live performance to streams to placements in movies, whatever you can find, and and some royalties, and generate enough to keep doing this.
Are you touring much? Are you out performing much? I know that you've been busy selling your house in Colorado. Are you selling it so you can move full time to Nashville?
Yes, I'll move to Nashville then, because I lose too much time in the travel, I think, to achieve what I want to achieve. I need to be there as opposed to Colorado, because that's where basically most of the musical talent in the world's there. And whether it's South or East Nashville, there's a tremendous amount of talent there.
Let's go ahead and do another song from your Southbound CD. I'm going to play Say Goodnight. Can you tell me something about that song?
Yeah, I wrote that song with my good friend Jody Mulgrew from Morro Bay, California. And he came out to visit me from California, and we were in the Nashville house. And we would get up about early and write a song, and then write another one, and we finished one pretty early and started on this one, and we were getting hungry, so we were going to go get barbecue. So I just threw out the lyrics. Just whatever came into my mind. It was right at the time. I just sang them into the phone, and we went and had barbecue. Came back, completely forgot that song. Completely. Went on to another one. I didn't listen to it till we started sorting through songs for this album, and I was listening on the phone and listening to that. I had to go back and see when we did it. That's what I spit out there in a hurry to go get barbecue.
So let's give a listen to the song. Here it is right now, Bob Rea with his tune, Say Goodnight.
Wondering, they ain't that far apart. Just two different ways of letting go. There ain't no use looking back too hard on things you should have already known. Whippoorwill, crying moon, failing light, say goodnight. When you're standing on the platform, waiting on that midnight train, you know if you hold your ear close to the track, you can almost smell the rain. Whippoorwill, crying moon, failing light, say goodnight. Driving across Mississippi, that blood delta sun was turning down, burning like the pages in a Faulkner novel, and I was nowhere bound. Whippoorwill, crying moon, failing light, say goodnight. Goodnight.
right, that was a great tune from Bob Rea, Say Goodnight, from his Southbound CD. You want to tell us anything else about that song?
When I did listen to it again after it really hit me pretty hard, and I realized it's life in reverse. It's a really short song, 3 verses and a chorus, and it's life in reverse, starting when you're old and back to when you were young.
So let me ask you, speaking of young to old or old to young, how long have you been actively pursuing your music? I think it said you played in the bars when you were like a teenager.
Yeah, I played when I was young. We were playing a lot of country bars and dance halls and through the Four Corners area down, New Mexico, Arizona, and looped back up into Colorado. And I didn't like it much. I liked fresh air. I'd been raised on a ranch, and I didn't like it, and I was starting to hate it. I realized that if I kept doing it, I was going to hate music. Pretty much everybody else in the band hated music. It was their job, and I didn't want to be them. Dropped out for a while. I kept writing, but I didn't want to be that rude, doing cover songs and basically the same thing every night for a bunch of drunks. I felt like there was more reward in music than that. Everybody else in the band were heavily into alcohol, and while I was young and drank, I was looking at, I don't know if I want to do that. Dropped out of that and went into other things. I had a cattle ranch for a number of years and kids, and that, but I wrote songs through all of that, but I just wasn't pursuing the career, and that sort of took place later by accident.
How did that happen? What prompted that? Because I guess you retired from building log cabins. Is that what you did? Was it log cabins or log homes or?
Huge $1 million log homes. I actually had that business through a lot of time after I had a publishing deal, and I just would travel to Nashville, write, and go back. But that all stopped when the housing crash. That pretty much made that business obsolete. After a few years, got into log home building because I knew how. So I got into that and finished, raised my kids, got them grown up, and got back into music. There was a festival, not a festival, I guess a conference for songwriters that was held in Durango. I went to that and a couple, 3 times and met people from Nashville, publishers, and ended up going to Nashville and from that got a publishing deal and traveled back and forth and finally thought, well, maybe I can do this.
Yeah, you're doing it, so that's a cool thing, all right? Yeah, so tell me about this next song I'm going to play. It's called Skipping Stones.
Yeah, that song, I wrote that in Nashville. I just got back from playing in Memphis and been up way late for several nights, and I started writing it really early in the morning. I got up for whatever reason and got some coffee, and I just started writing it. And because it's kind of the structure of the song is sort of strange, and I really think if I'd have been more awake, I wouldn't have written it. Didn't edit anything. I just wrote it. And at the end of the song, I realized, this is basically, because I was going through a struggle with, various relationships, and one of them with music itself. And basically, Skipping Stones is, well, you can love something. That doesn't mean it loves you. It's another song I had it completely written before I even knew what it was about.
Isn't that funny how the muse just takes us? We just have to be open to it, and then these songs come. If
I'd been more awake in the Nashville writing mode, I would have probably edited it and killed it before it ever got. If it had been a co-write, it would have never survived.
Well, I'm glad it did survive. Here it is now, Skipping Stones from Bob Rea's Southbound CD.
Rain pours down on Memphis and a cemetery tree are swaying in the mist while the night begins to bleed. There's empty in the bottle, pouring lonely on the ground, and someone's making love on the other side of town. Skipping stones across the Mississippi, I will wear my crown true companion, leading me across the badland like an orphan child abandoned on a distant shore. To stand forevermore, skipping stones across the Mississippi. I will wear my crown of thorns, walk on my knees across the sea. I might skip the stone across the Mississippi. I will never be the one you see when you close your eyes to dream. I will never be the one you see when you close your eyes to dream.
All right, that was Skipping Stones from Bob Rea's Southbound CD. You're a great songwriter. I want to thank you for joining me on the show, and I just wish you the very best. And I'm glad we finally are able to meet face-to-face over here on Facebook video chat or whatever. And I really do wish you well, and I hope you have the greatest success. And everyone, again, you can find Bob Rea on his website, bobrea.com. Is that right?
Yes.
And Bob Rea, singer-songwriter?
Yes.
On Facebook. Yeah, so y'all go check it out, and we'll be keeping up with you on Facebook, okay? Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
So here he is right now, Bob Rea, with his tune, Fish Can't Fly, co-written with Crystal Chandler.
I was born to be breaking free, and I've been good at it so far. When those gloves of love tighten up on me, I'll be gone like a shooting star. Ready to go, it's been the way I've rolled ever since I was knee-high. The very first words that my mama heard from me were goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And you can't catch a whistle on the southbound train, can't hold a pistol on a hurricane. Rain falls down, wind blows away, fish can't fly, and I can't stay. Fish can't fly, and I can't stay. I won't be sleeping in when that restless wind tells me that it's time to go. I'll be free as you please on a gypsy breeze before my side of your bed gets cold. I got to be what I've got to be, and if you should ask me why, I tell you God would have never gave birds feathers and took away their sky. And you can't catch a whistle on a southbound train, can't hold a pistol on a hurricane. Rain falls down, wind blows away, fish can't fly, and I can't stay. Fish can't fly, and I can't stay. I love you 6 ways to Sunday on a Saturday night, but don't you think about holding on. But long before Monday I'll be standing on the runway, and I told you all along in the middle it was gone. And you can't catch a whistle on a southbound train, can't hold a pistol on a hurricane. Rain falls down, the wind blows away, fish can't fly, and I can't stay. Fish can't fly, and I can't stay. You can't catch a whistle on a southbound train, can't hold a pistol on a hurricane. Rain falls down, I can't stay, fish can't fly, I can't stay.
That was Bob Rea, Fish Can't Fly, from his new CD, Southbound. Thank you so much, Bob, for checking in with me and doing this interview. I really enjoyed it. Special thanks to David Starr for telling you about my show and having you contact me.
On the edge of the bed, wearing old brown shoes and a scarf on her head, had her suitcase packed for nigh on 18 years. In her favorite cotton dress, she wants to look her best when she steps back from this black veil of tears. Ruby's ready to fly over the rainbow. Ready to fly peacefully over the rainbow, cross the river into the arms of John, standing knee deep in water, waiting patiently. Seems like only yesterday she gave her young heart away to the farm boy she met out on Hornbeck Pond. Always said she knew right then, walking down the road with him, she would someday marry that boy John. Ruby's ready to fly over the rainbow. Ruby's ready to fly peacefully over the rainbow, cross the river into the arms of John, standing knee-deep in water, waiting patiently. Through 49 sweet years they saw love shine. Soon it will be John and Ruby for all time. On the edge of the bed, tattered and torn from being read, night after night alone there in her room. Through an open window a cold wind blows, a train whistle comes and goes and leaves just the smell of Ruby's sweet perfume. Ruby's ready to fly over the rainbow. Ruby's ready to fly peacefully over the rainbow, cross the river into the arms of John, standing knee-deep in water, waiting patiently. He's standing knee-deep in water, waiting patiently. He's standing knee-deep in water, waiting patiently.
That was yours truly, Beth Williams, with Ruby and John, a tune about my grandparents. You can learn more about that song and all of my music on my website, BethWilliamsMusic.com. That's it. We are all out of time. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste, as they say. And yeah, I'll be back same time, same station next week. I hope you'll join me then. You know, I like to end things with a couple of positive thoughts and messages. Here's one. Kim Carney on Facebook sent this over. You can't receive tomorrow's gifts if you're holding on to yesterday's heartaches. That's right. And then here's one from Leslie Hahn, who has Fort Collins Live Music Facebook page. She sent this over. She said this comes from John Wayne. Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. comes into us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives and it puts itself in our hands. It hopes we've learned something from yesterday. So that's it. Until next time, this is yours truly, Beth Williams, wishing you well and reminding you, don't look back, be happy now.
Catch someone before they fall. Say your prayers every morning and say your prayers anytime at all. And don't look back. Be happy where you're at now. Don't look back. Be happy where you're at